Let's see here. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. Let's see here. Now I just need to get my everything together for a second. Well, I need to do this. I'll put this up here. Put this lamp up here, make a little better lighting. Goodness gracious, everything's just kind of okay. There we go. Okay, guys. What am I going to do here? Okay. I was playing with the drum, that little drum kit for a minute before I started this. So give me a second. I'm going to go get, oh, okay. Let's see here. Oh. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, we'll put them right there, I guess. Let's see. Then I do, let's see. Okay. Oh, goodness. Oh. Let's see. Open this up. That's the bags. Put them out here, I guess. Should be able to pull. There we go. Yeah. I don't have any tape out. Maybe I should get some out. Maybe I'll just get them in the bags. I might not even do them all. Goodness gracious. I have some tape somewhere around here. I'm pretty sure. Okay. So I'm going to start with I think I've got everything working. Okay. Kind of exciting for me. I hadn't bought any bags or boards since I've been back collecting. The only bags I had was if something already was bagged when I bought it and it was sent to me, or if I happened to be in a comic book or somewhere that had some used comics and they were in a bag or bagged and boarded. Oh. So I guess I just recently got this one. This is an older comic, but it had some artwork by a dude I follow on X and also subscribe to. He had originally worked in the professional field of comic books, John Malin. So he wasn't the writer, I don't think. Maybe he did help write some, but he was the artist for most of this collected here. And so it gives me, I already know what his art looks like, and he's even a lot better than when he was working for the bigger places. But nowadays, he's in the Comicsgate and he's independent, puts out some pretty cool comics. I haven't got any, but I do plan to at some point. Okay. I don't know if it needs a board, but we're going to put one in there. And maybe not, because it's pretty good and stiff in there. Well, yeah, I don't want to overdo that. That's a thick book. You don't normally put, it probably have a bigger, but it's still got a bag on it. And I got to get my, oh, here's a little tape if I want to do this. Well, I got to find the place that is last was, it's got to be here somewhere. Well, is that it? Well, goodness gracious. Oh, hey. I was trying to find the place on that tape there so I could maybe, let's see, hold on a second. Use a piece of tape to tape up this bag that I just put this comic in. I believe it's right there. No. Anyway, it's not too important right now. I'll find some tape in a little bit. I don't know who's watching. I don't know if you're watching from X or on X. It might just show me. If you're on the here's something I got a while back. You know, like a cheap bin, I think for 25 or 50 cents. Ultraman. That's what I believe I paid for it. But it's an old. I remember Ultraman and stuff. You know, when I was like a kid and stuff. Ultraman. And disclaimer, I don't have an actual comic book box to put these in. I had finally discovered something I could put them in that kind of they fit in like a, you know, yeah, it feels good to put what I do have into these bags and stuff. Here's a couple of cool comics. I wasn't ever into this in the 80s, but I really like Eclipse Comics. The company from the 80s. I don't remember when they started and how long they were together, but I just remember them big in the 80s. They had Scout, which was one of my favorite comics. They had trying to think what else they put out. But obviously they put this out, and I found these for cheap at a comic book store, and I think 25, 50 cents, something. Just change for each one. Found like 3 of them, I believe. And we have issue 13, 18, and 5. But it's a cool little, it gives me a little understanding and glimpse into the universe there. Now, would I try to collect all of the ones that they put out or anything? I don't know if I like it that much. If I was to find, I think if I found a lot of them on eBay for like a deep, dirt cheap price, then probably, maybe, because it is a fun read. It's not a bad read. The only thing I don't like about these is it seems like, I don't remember them being that. Well, no, You just have to get it just right. And you do want a snug fit in there, don't you? When it's a single floppy comic. These are going to come in handy when I get the order got from Alternia Comics coming. It's another DNA agent on a bag. Not trying to be boring, anybody. If you're there, chime in the chat, say something. Like I said, there's another DNA gadget that I'm bagging. Show you a little bit of the inside. Just your typical, just the standard kind of art of the 80s, but well done, well written stories. It looks goofy, but there's a little bit of adult humor in it. So, like Eclipse Comics, some of it could have been for kids, but a lot of it was geared towards more of an adult or mature audience. Okay. And of course, I'm not going to stay on here real long. I'll be on here for a little while doing this until someone maybe shows up in the chat or somebody pops in. The link I'm shared on X if they want to come in and hang out for a minute. I'm going to try to be done at least. Like if I stay on for any length of time, it'll be about an hour. But I definitely want, if I stay on longer than that, it'll be fine. But I definitely want to try to be done in a little time before Jonny goes live. Jonny Scab will be going live in a little bit, about 3 o'clock. It'll be my time, 3 o'clock. And I don't know if I'll just watch the show and be in the chat, but I believe he shared a link where people can go onto his show if they want in the DM group. But point being is I'm just streaming right now to touch base with anybody that wanted to watch, or anybody that might have been bored today and not do anything while I sit here and put a few comic books in some bags and put the boards in. Stop chewing on that. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Buddy, stop that. Don't be chewing on that arm there of the chair. You can tear that up, ain't you? It's already about torn up. So, another DNA agent that I'm going to bag. And these, like I said, were just cheap comics I found. And they have just the fact that they were put out by the same company that I did enjoy several different runs of different comics from, or from that company when they were together. And I was, in the 80s. I found those comics a lot at flea markets, because I think by the time I was finding them, some of the companies were already out of business, maybe. But you had First Comics was one of my favorite companies. Mars, I have 10 of those issues coming today, and I believe there was only 12 issues of that series. But you end up getting in that series Mars, World War I, II, and III, which is I had those, but I didn't have the whole series back in the day because I found them at the thrift store, and the comic store didn't have back issues of that particular stuff. Okay. Next up, this is one I've got, and I don't know if I've got them all with me right here. I got to find these other ones. I do have all of these. I have all of these, plus I have a collected edition. So I'm going to set this to the side, but this is Ignition City. Warren Ellis was the writer. Somebody named Gianluca Pagliani, but they're really a good artist, I believe. And I've looked up some of their other stuff that I'm interested in because the story's really well done and the artist is good. But they've done some other stuff as a team that I found interesting that I might try to find on eBay. It's cool for me to, as an adult, to be able to, when I got back into comics, to not have to spend a lot of money on some good books that have already been out for a while, either found in collected editions, or if I like them enough, or sometimes you just find good deals on stuff. I liked a lot of stuff that wasn't necessarily, you know, holding that, that was more obscure and stuff. And sometimes some of that becomes more expensive, but some of it I find for fairly cheap online. So, but this is one. I've got to find the rest of them. I do have all of the floppies of this plus the collected edition, and I don't have them all together right there. So I'm gonna put that like that. This is something I got for cheap, also in a 50 cent or something like that. Probably 50 cents to $1. An Image comic, and it was issue 2 of Chapel. I don't remember having Chapel when I was collecting in high school and stuff. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna open my door up just so I can let a little fresh air in. Oh. No. Okay. If anybody is watching actually and can say something in the chat, please do, so I know that it's working. But even if you're on X and you're actually watching it still, you can, I think, type something in there. It'll show me that you're coming out of X. It'll show me a little icon it'll show me if you're coming from YouTube or X. Just if you are watching and you can, that would be appreciated. But Chapel was pretty cool. It was cool to like look up and, like, of course, I've looked into some of these issues to see if, I don't know how many it ran. I did one time look it up and see. I don't even remember who's all the teams. But like when I got into Image, I was into Image for a short time, and then because I'm so much into story also, that I found that because a lot of them guys were just artists previously, and then they were trying to learn how to write it. Some of the earlier issues of what they created didn't come across as good as it could have. Artistically, it was great. Writing wise, some of it took a while to develop. I don't know if any of you guys agree with that, but you know what I'm saying there, kind of. And of course, I should have copied I need to start remembering to copy a link of my second channel and start posting that in the chat for people to find. When we get a little over 100 subscribers, I will do the first official stream over there. I did a small, short 1 or 2 minutes of a stream, and like I just went live because I got the ability to go live. Mars Attacks. Found about 2 or 3 issues of that. Free temporary tattoo inside. I'm going to see if that's in there. I never really have a look at that. Wouldn't that be cool if that's in there? Where would you find it? Okay. Let's see. Oh, I got it. Oh, cool. You have two. I didn't notice this. I don't know how I missed it. So you have 2 different covers, and it's still the issue 5. But so in issue 5, free tattoo, pick up, and then it starts off. So you get to the middle and you turn it upside down and read it the other way. So that's pretty cool. Definitely cool. I hate to put it in a board because I'd probably forget about it with a board on it. If I leave it without a board, at that I wonder if all of them are like that. I bet they are. And this ain't nothing. I probably won't. I ain't gonna bag that. It's just stuff about the pretty boring to me. Stuff I already know. I don't know why I bought this. I think I thought it was something else. Probably was only about 25 cents. I don't remember. I probably ain't gonna bag that. No reason to. This was pretty cool. I thought this was all right. Prophet, that seems to be a decent, cool character. Of course, I can see where like the design reminds me of. Well, now that I think about it, it could be Wolverine, but it also could be a design. The face can also be kind of a slain, the berserker. If I thought about it, like see, cool. Uh, so, anyway, I'm assuming the eyeballs that it's looking at or that I'm looking at might only be from those might be views that someone scrolled by on X and saw it, looked at it, and didn't actually watch. It's either that or all three of the people that are watching are just quiet and listening to me. That's totally fine. No biggie. People can watch this later once it gets uploaded. I just thought, it is the middle of the day. It is Monday. A lot of people probably working. Katie was over there streaming too. She might still be going on her morning comic skate stream. But my audience, my main audience here is not really comic book affiliated, but they learn about comics and I share about my comics. When we get that second channel, Great Cloud's Thoughts, over to when that gets over 100 and stuff, we'll start trying to at least launch a day to be an official stream. Try to have a couple people on, and we'll specifically do a stream about maybe some comics I've just recently gotten in from the mail or something that of interest that's going on in the community, and we can start over there with something. Maybe we'll make a title for that particular first stream and make some kind of arrangement to try to do it fairly regular, like on a scheduled consistency, like once a week or twice a week or once every 2 weeks, like a couple of times a month, have a decent lengthy stream on the second channel and it be talking about comic books or movies and gossip and bullshit. But right now here's some cool Trencher. I like Trencher. I want to get the other couple of issues. I believe there was only 4 of these. I don't know if there was more. I've looked it up. I think there might have been some other stuff that came out. But I like the style of art in Trencher. I've got issue 3 and 4 here. I need 1 and 2, I believe. And I do like it enough to I will probably try to get Trencher 1 and 2 at some point. I think I've seen deals where I can get all 4 of them for a decent price, and I might have to just do that. But that's fine. Son of a bitch. Okay. I don't have anything that I don't have anything in a particular order, but probably at some point I will. Oh God. Son of a bitch, dude. This is a pain in the ass, ain't it? Seems like it. This is probably a boring stream to anybody that watches it later, but if you're into comics, maybe you'll like it. And, I don't know if anybody will show up. It's already, it's kind of warm today. Okay. What else I got here? Oh, here's some more DNA agents. I put that with. These are all old and stuff, just ones I picked up for pretty good. I really do like these Zen Intergalactic Ninjas. They're pretty cool. That's a #1. Hazardous Duty. They're kind of pricey on the, here's a First Comics publication. Warp, I was kind of into this. This was kind of like a wizard, like, it's an unusual world. I read this again. Oh, yeah. Grim Jack was First Comics. This is not a Grim Jack. That's an ad, though. Cool. Here's Epic Comics Coyote. That was a pretty cool. That's a #5, but I do remember that because Epic was also a big one that I really liked. Here's another DNA agent. That's issue #8 there. So I'm doing pretty good on that. Okay. Let's do this let's do this DNA agent. And then I'll put it in with the other two. Oh, I opened it up wrong, didn't I? Dumbass me. Okay, cool deal. We can put this DNA agent with these DNA agents. That gives me a total of 4. So I had 4 of these. Cool. That's pretty nice. Pinch on top there. Okay. There's the Final Faction. Did you know they took this out of the stores? So you can't get Final Faction anymore. The toys are still there, but they took the comic off for some reason. Must not have been selling. I don't know. I just seen a video about that. And it's an interesting video because the guy that did the video he found out he knows the creator of this comic and the toy line. That the guy was an artist, like a comic artist and stuff. or something, and he happened to be in a convention somehow, like a con or a convention or something that was somehow it had a bunch of representatives from different stores, and he talked to the damn Dollar Tree representatives, and they really, really liked his idea. And so it turns out one of the figures in Final Faction is based that one that's got the what do you call it? The hold on a minute. There's a character in Final Faction, toy line and comic here. That guy, and he's got like that face. This dude is kind of based on the real guy that drew or wrote the story and designed the toys and sold the idea to Dollar Tree. So, but somebody did a video about that, thinking maybe they took it down because he saw a rumor that they're turning it into a movie or something, and the guy that created it did an interview with him, and he said he don't have any clue about that. He hadn't heard nothing like that, so he don't know why the comic is, I guess, out of the stores. But the toys are still there, so there's no news about why this comics were being taken out of the stores. So Zen Intergalactic Ninja. Got another Zen comic somewhere. It should have been with these, but it ain't. Predator, Big Game, Dark Horse. And like I said, if anybody's watching, you can say something. You know, I get the feeling nobody's watching, so the 3 views it shows me are only from X, and I don't know for sure because nobody commented. Great Cloud, it ain't that important. No, it's not. It's not important, really. Not at all. You're just killing a little time and doing something with the bags and boards you got in. I'm not going to do them all right now because there's other things I can do here in the trailer here in a little bit. Before I came live, I did some, I did a little bit of, well, son of a bitch is playing. I played on that little drum kit that Mike Marinetta sent me. Coyote Epic Comics there. I think I'll stop putting any comics in these bags after this one right here because I'm feeling warm. I'm gonna have to put my fan on. I think it's a little bit warmer today than it has been. Warp. First Comics. Okay, we'll wrap this up. It's almost 1 o'clock. I've streamed for about 40 minutes. That's just been, I was just doing something fun because I wanted to stream this. If anybody did watch, that'll add a few hours or a few minutes to watch time. If somebody rewatches this, cool. If they don't, no big deal. But it'll be something for the analytics to look at, I guess. So y'all have a good day. I'm gonna prepare to get myself motivated to do some things around here. Probably need to spend some time outside. It's a nice, beautiful day. And then around 3 o'clock, I'm going to try to catch Jonny Scab. Have a good one. Over and out. Ditto.